Yo, Andrew here. Today I'll be sharing my 2 cents on MEG 2, The Trench. Let's do this. On today's episode, I will present to you 12 reasons not to watch this film and 4 reasons to watch this film, so stick around for my pros and cons list. There might be some spoilers. So in MEG 2, Jonas Taylor, played by Jason Statham, is fighting environmental crimes and working with many of his friends from MEG 1, including the brother of his girlfriend who died in the first movie. She died off screen, so we didn't even have a backstory for that. They are part of a Chinese research station in Mana 1, exploring the unknowns of the depth of the Mariana Trench. Jonas leads a routine submersible exploration to the trenches. Submersibles. Deep sea trenches. Yeah, that should go well. And of course, the silly little girl MEG, the daughter of the dead girlfriend who Taylor is raising as his own, stows away on the exploration to see the trenches for the first time. They came across a mating ground of megalodons, aka MEGs, but it's not just the MEGs that they have surprised, it's also an illegal mining project run by the rich funder of the Mana 1. The illegal miners try to kill Taylor and the crew, and they end up stuck in an underwater station. They are then double-crossed by the people who are supposed to save them, and then they realize that their benefactor was behind it all. They eventually get away from the underwater station and escape to a fun island. How original. The surviving crew are busy trying to stop people from going into the water, when in reality there are dinosaur-looking creatures roaming the island as well. So they're being attacked from both sides. Well, that's pretty much the plot. Okay, let's do the cons first, and then the pros right after. Con number 1. This is not the most believable script. Con number 2. The CGI is terrible. Con number 3. The plot has way more holes in it than the underwater station. Con number 4. Jason Statham single-handedly kills 2 prehistoric MEGs with a makeshift spear. I mean, it is Jason Statham, but come on. Con number 5. DJ, the sidekick character played by Paige Kennedy, cheapens this movie even more. His humor just doesn't hit the mark, and it's like the director just wanted a black comic relief, just a token black guy to just say token black people things that people, all over the world think American black people say. Like, shit, damn, get some. It's just, it's annoying. That's what it is. It's annoying. Con number 6. The budget of the special effect must have been super low because the dinosaur-looking creatures they just looked cheap. They lacked weight. It was almost like a child made the CGI for that. Better yet, I think the director was like, hey, can we get the guys who did Jurassic Park? And someone goes, the budget it just wouldn't reach there. It goes, can you get me the neighbor of the guy who made the CGI for Jurassic Park? Maybe his janitor, that might help. That's how bad that CGI is. Con number 7. The first death was off screen, and that's a cheap way to kill someone in a movie. Con number 8. And of course, the silly little girl in the scene disobeys instructions again later in the movie to save a complete stranger, even a dog. And of course, it was just the wrong time to do that. She wreaked way more havoc than needed to be, and I, as an audience member, was absolutely livid. It's just, why doesn't this girl die? Con number 9. The megalodon-proof cage-type arena has a thin metallic gate that the MEG can easily break out of. That's just annoying. Con number 10. There's a super suit that allows the characters to be able to punch through concrete, lift heavy things, which can also withstand deep sea diving. I'm guessing this movie was made before the recent tragedies of the Titan submersible. Con number 11. At some point, Jonas swims in the deep trenches without a protective suit because, get this, he has this technique where he breathes out of his nostrils and that keeps him from being crushed 25,000 feet in the ocean trenches. They're just making up stuff now. And finally, con number 12. Okay, so this movie starts off with a T-Rex somewhere in the jungle eating smaller dinosaurs. Now, we have to pretend for the rest of this movie that dinosaurs don't exist. Like, it's not Jurassic Park, it's just the MEG. But why introduce the T-Rex? I know it's in the book, but we don't have to include it if we're only doing the MEG. It just confuses me. I was expecting a dinosaur to play somewhere in the end or somewhere in between, and it never did. So it was just kind of like silly. Okay, so now finally, the pros. Pro number 1. Jason Statham doing Jason Statham things as expected. Pro number 2. You can absolutely Netflix and chill to this movie. It makes for a great background viewing. Pro number 3. This movie does not require your entire attention. You can go ahead and update your Facebook status, maybe even post a photo on Instagram. Maybe do a tweet, or is there an X? Pro number 4. This movie may lack a lot of things, but you cannot say this movie is not entertaining. because it's bad, but entertaining bad. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this movie a generous 3 out of 10 because I feel like in some ways this is money laundering. Okay, my thoughts on this film is that we can tell it was specifically made with a strong approval of a Chinese test audience, which is not a bad thing, by the way. This film was purely made to get that Chinese yen. And the real winner in all of this is Jason Statham, who gets to laugh excessively loud all the way to the bank. And I'll do the same too if they were paying me this kind of money. Now, should you watch this film? Yes, and a strong no. Yes, if you've seen Meg 1. Yes, if you like Jason Statham. Yes, if you need something playing in the background to drown out the loneliness that is your life. Yes, if that special someone in your life says, put something on, so we can proceed to do exactly the opposite of watching it. Yes, if it's your first date with someone. And no, because this movie is pretty trash. And you have way more options to choose from, like the entire Jurassic Park franchise. And that's my 2 cents. I feel like I was a little harsh with this movie, but trust me, it deserved it. And also, no one gives a real damn about my opinions. You probably didn't even watch the video up until this point. And if you did, can I get a hell yeah in the comments? Till next time, peace.